We're getting indications from Apple that perhaps they're being a little bit more cautious about the economic outlook. So what is this telling us about how they see their demand for this year?
You know, Tim Cook was pretty clear on the earnings call a couple weeks ago that these macroeconomic issues that Apple's seeing, a lot of these problems they're seeing in the supply chain, people buying, the war, all that, right? Well, the iPhone is left out of all of that, right? The iPhone seems to be on its own island where the people buying iPhones are going to continue to buy them. And so Apple continuing from its number from last year, 90 million units, right? That's, to be clear, 90 million units of the new generation iPhone compared to 2021. It's going to be the same in 2022, right? So that means that that positive trend is continuing. Tim Cook, meant what he said. They are projecting out that they're going to continue to sell the same amount of iPhones this year than they did last year. And if you look at the market as a whole, you look at the impact everything going on in the world is having on the Android ecosystem and the ecosystem of other tech devices, a lack of growth is pretty good compared to a negative drop-off. And I don't want us to forget, so last year, that 90 million units, that was an increase of about 10 to 15 million units from the year prior. Of course, that's not a great comp, given at the end of 2021 we had vaccines, economies were reopening, things were starting to get back to normal, whereas fall 2020, supply chain was still in shambles for a lot of companies, and we were really still at the height of COVID.
Mark, at the same time, of course, we've seen things that aren't the iPhone starting to slow, like wearables and Mac, and of course services also narrowly missing estimates as well. Would Apple be concerned about the, comparative weakness across the other business units?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, the wearables situation was pretty concerning to me, right? They came in several $100 million, actually $750 million, if I remember correctly, less than the year prior and well below analysts' expectations, so that's not great. I do think the wearables business is going to pick up a little bit. You're going to see 3 new Apple Watches this fall with a ton of marketing around it. You're going to see a pro-oriented Apple Watch, probably going to come in between $900 and $1,000. That'll raise ASPs and revenues, even though that is going to be a lower volume product. The Apple Watch Series 8 will have this body temperature scanner, which I think is going to be pretty fancy and interesting to some people. And they're going to have a new lower cost Apple Watch that's going to help them move units and probably help on the revenue side as well.